Welcome to a postcard from No Man's Sky, and in this video we're looking at a mod called Mountains, and basically what that does is it just increases the height of the mountains. I can't remember what the technical specification is, but as the creator states, it also flattens some of the terrain to make the terrain a bit more dramatic. Not every planet becomes mountainous, only planets that, so it's only heightening the terrain that's already there. You can see it's a little bit more dramatic now than the slightly bland capability. Looks like there's a bit of a glitch there with the mountain there, so I think this is one of the risks of using mods, that you do affect the game itself. But I mean, I can live with it. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm not that much of a perfectionist. You can see here there's a bit more of a terrain heightening here, creating this bowl, almost like a meteor crater that's flattened over age. And I think it also makes it more interesting when you're flying like this with the low flight mod on, which I really do like as well. And you can see here as you fly across the terrain, and I say not everyone's got a massive peak like this. I actually quite like this peak. You can fly up over the top, and I mean, I can understand why Hello Games erred on the side of safety for the initial release, which I got mixed feelings of. I think they could have been a bit more adventurous, presented us players with a bit more of a challenge in the sense that the terrain kind of, it could have been impassable, where a lot of the planets, especially when you first start, tend to be a bit rolling and flat and non-adventurous. And I do like this idea of having a rougher terrain to walk over, and I hope, I mean, I've touched on this with other videos, is that I hope eventually that they will introduce, how can you say, a bit more of a hardcore mode for players who want to push the limits a bit, run the risk of getting stuck. And I know from the nature of when you have procedurally generated planets that they have to seed something, you know, seed the algorithm, sorry, I forgot the term, which creates these terrains. Because you've got to remember is they're not planning these terrains, they are actually kind of seeding them, and they've never seen these terrains. So I think that with their seeding, they've kind of erred on the grounds of safety, which has tended to make slightly mediocre planets. So it would be nice if they could do some seeding which made them a bit more kind of hostile and challenging is the word. Anyway, I've digressed a little bit, and you can see we'll just fly back towards this mountain for one quick pass before I bring this video to end. I don't want to go on too long because you can only look at the terrain, but I think this mod's certainly worth having. Yeah, you can see here it's creating more interesting terrain, especially to fly through. So I think that's about it, guys. I mean, hope you enjoy the mod. It's certainly worth having a try. I mean, if you don't like it, you can always take it out again. And so this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.